Next up, Coach Farley.
Yeah, we finished up, and I thought we finished in good fashion. I thought we played very hard again, and we're very effective. We're efficient. Offense was very good with David's run right out of the gate, and then I thought the defense was very good throughout the game, and all phases clicked, and we played very well. So, any questions?
Have you had any chance at all thinking about the schedule? I mean, you have one game, one day left to fill if you want to go into 12.
We have a day left to fill? Okay. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it yet. I did look at the schedules of the teams that are in the playoffs, and how about this? When I saw Youngstown not get in after going 7-4 and beating Pitt, that tells me that we would have had to win the league this year to get in with our schedule. So we really got to take a hard look at scheduling for both respects, for what's good for the department and what's good for the program, because that was the most stunning thing that I saw in the playoffs this year when the guys who got in, and then Indiana State did not get in, and they were the only team to beat North Dakota State at North Dakota State. So that was another one where you weighed out of, 2 7-4 teams from a very good league that didn't get in. So, that's one of those things we really got to take a hard look at here, and we say that every year though. That's a key element, I think, in Division I AA football.
So you want to veer away then from, you have a general idea which direction you want to go with it, with your schedule that is?
No, I haven't even looked at it. I just know that we're, the conference games, and Indiana State is not involved in that right now at this point in time because we don't play all the conference games. But other than that, I think we play Iowa State as the non-conference game. And other than that, that's really all I know right now. But that's something I'll look at here in the next few days and take a hard look at.
What was your initial response when you saw the parents?
Well, my initial was I was glad to see the teams that got in get in for our league. I only looked at our league, and when I thought that Youngstown or Indiana State should, with their records, with our league strength, get in. But I also see a 10-1 team from Lehigh, I believe it was, that did not get in, and there's just. You got to look at the whole picture of what's going on at the committee, and we say the same thing every year when when you look at the seeding of how that all falls. So it's what it is. I don't think it changes any year, no matter what we say, how strong this league is. The common denominator is how it plays out for the Missouri Valley is very consistent year in and year out. We're going to get 2 teams, maybe 3, and we have to battle for everything that we get. But I think all our league teams will hopefully do very well. And in years past, our league has done very well once they get in. But South Dakota State's going to have to go to North Dakota State in the second round if they're fortunate enough to win. So, that kind of nullifies some things too for our league. But that's somebody else's problem right now. I'm going recruiting, so we're going to deal with that and try to put a strong football team together and move from there.
Is anything, you brought that up, anything changed? I mean, you pretty much said you just go after players as opposed to positions. Is that consistent now?
You go after positions, but at the same time, I think you need to take the best players in our state, number one, no matter what position they play, find a place for them to play, and then we'll look at like I said the other night, we'll look at the core of our team, the playmakers, and try to surround those playmakers with good, solid football players to continue to grow that group of guys that have proven themselves now with still eligibility left. So we'll build around that group and try to make that a stronger group now.
Is there a particular position that you'll really be out? Maybe it's a junior college transfer, D1, FBS transfer to reload in a couple of spots where you're hit hard with graduation?
Well, I think any junior college transfer guy will be looked at and evaluated, and if it's the right person at the right time, we'll take them. I think all cards are on the table as far as what we're looking for, and again, it's kind of what becomes available, and a lot will happen between now and January 1st. So what becomes available to us, and what can we get involved with that makes our team better. But there's no question this program has always been built on high school players, and that's where it'll always stay, because at the end, when you watch the guys graduate, it's your high school players that really make the core of your team, and the strength of your team.
Back to the playoffs, with it expanding to 24 teams next year, does that change your thought at all on going 7-4 in a tough league and maybe being able to get in or not?
Not at all. Not after I saw what happened this year. I say it takes 8 wins to get in, and I think if you end up getting 7, then you might need some luck along the way or a fortunate win. But it's still stunning to me that you can beat Pitt and be 7-4 and not get in. So, that just goes to describe it. You look at our schedule, and would we have had to win the league to get in this year as things played out? And it's interesting, but also you see the talent and the parity in Division I AA too right now across the country when you're looking at some teams that didn't get in when there's 16 right now. But I don't think it'll be much different because a lot of those extra teams are automatic bids that are coming in. Anybody else?
Mark, we lose a lot of offensive linemen this year. Do we have the people here on campus that will be playing next year, or are you gonna have to go someplace else, find some new people as well?
Well, we actually thought we had our best scout team offensive line that we've had in a long time. We took a lot of offensive linemen last year in that class because we know spring ball is where you develop your offensive linemen, so they just don't walk in and play for you. So we think we have some pretty good guys in the ranks right now that we can work with this winter. And then if there was a junior college one that became available or a transfer that fit the system, then that's a position that we'd take one just because of immediate need, immediate experience at that position.
You gonna play Kevin Carroll at center? You gonna stay at center?
Yeah, at our place again. You're going to play your best 5, and the center is the most difficult, just because you have to snap it first.
Right.
And we have to find the person that can snap it and still be very effective. And really, sometimes you can take a great player and make him an average player just by having to snap the ball first. So, we're trying to find that next person, and that's what was so great about Brian, was he always gave us that consistency at center. A 3-year starter, and he was actually a transfer, if you remember, when Northwestern dropped their football program in Boston. He transferred here and became a 3-year starter. So we've been real fortunate with some of those players that graduated because they were 3-year starters for us. So now we just have to find that next 2 or 3-year starter. Anybody else?
Coach?
Yes, sir.
Who, if any, do you think can play at the next level that's graduating?
I think the next level players, I hope they all at least get a look or get a chance to get into camp, even if it's that tryout version of it. But I think the most viable one that could make it if they got in, I'd say Kyle Bernard's got a great chance. And I think that Sauer and Danilov, they have the physical size to get the looks at. The rest of our players have some speed and have speed. But, then they're going to get in that parameter of their size that they look at that they're going to have to overcome again, just like they had to out of high school. But Sauer and Danilov have the physical demeanors, and probably the most underrated player on our team, that'll be one of the most missed players on our team, is Kyle Bernard. He was so good for us and so solid day in and day out, year in and year out. I mean, that's one that, we kind of assumed that we had all the time, but he was a great player for us. Anybody else? All right, thanks.